From sea to sea, French fries, to astonishment natural sights, join us as we discover this North America natural gene, presenting you Canada. Hello everyone, welcome to my blog Travel by Learning and my name is Amy. So, tonight's topic as you know is, that's right, Canada. And we're going to be having over JC who's going to be explaining to us what exactly are we going to be speaking of.
Yes, guys, this is JC. Amy, thanks for the invitation on your blog. Today we're going to talk about more about Canada, special tricks so your business go from sea to sea. Stay tuned, guys.
Thank you, Jay-Z, for everything. So now, stay tuned and buckle up because we're going to have so much fun. Understanding social customs. When meeting Canadians for the first time, there are a number of topics that can be touched upon. Work occupation is important to Canadians, and it is also a social marker. It is what separates and defines a person in relation to another. Canadians expect a high degree of respect for public and especially private property and space. They generally have a strong sense of space, no more less than an arm length. Humor should be approached with caution in Canada. Topics to be avoided on first contact are money, salary, religion, and politics, especially the separatist movement. Canadians usually shake hands with both men and women, particularly in public or professional settings. In some cases, especially among friends in the French-speaking circles, men and women will often give each other a kiss on each cheek. Appreciation is expressed by giving gifts for birthdays and Christmas. If you are invited out for drinks by your Canadian counterpart, it is wise to attend unless you have a very good reason for not being able to come. Refusals may be considered as rude or insulting. Plus, it is a good way to develop a more personal relationship. When eating over a restaurant is usually to have eye contact with the waiter and attract attention. Many Canadians find a lot of hand movement annoying, so it's seen as a sign of insecurity. Nevertheless, Canadians may expect people of other cultures to use more hands movement and gesture. Gratuities are seldom included in Canada restaurants. It's customary to tip approximately 50 to 20%.
First impression counts, guys. And the work styles and pace differ between workplaces, but it's important to be clean. Most Canadians' work environment are very relaxed in terms of dress and level of formality, although shorts and jeans are not common in the office environment. Remember that we said the weather is very important in this country, right? So you have to be aware of the weather to know how to dress up in that day. So download the app, it's very important. Canadians tend to separate work and private life. And if you want a great deal, it may be uncomfortable when religion is brought into a workplace. Many Canadians, regardless of their religious backgrounds, they do not actively participate in religious activities. But you have to know about that. Canadians have defined predominantly Christian country, over 50% of population practicing some of Christianity other than Catholicism. Catholic only has a 39%. Buddhist, there has Jewish, Muslims, Hindu, and none. The last one has a 23, almost 24%. And if you're asking that if that affects the communications between people or men and women, and none, because Canadians have more empathy and other cultures are equal for them. So you have to be aware of that, because if you have an employee or some co-worker, you have to be aware of the law. You have to give 10 pay days out of work minimum, and New Year's Eve and Christmas. They almost have time with their families, so we have to be aware of that too. This is a very, very interesting country because they don't judge you on your religion or your political preference.
Learning about economics and business institutions. Canada is a heterogeneous culture since the heritage was French and English. However, significant immigration from Asian and Europe non-French and English countries have broadened Canada's cultural richness. Canada's main industry vary from region to region. However, like most developed nations, is heavily weighted in the service sector. Other important industries include oil and gas, logging, automobile and aircraft manufacturing, and fishing. Canada also relies on its tourism industry and has developed high-tech sector and film, television, and entertainment industry. Many workplaces have some degree of flexibility in terms of hour worked and punctuality. Overtime is often expected, especially in management positions. Lateness is not received well, but depending on the workplace, arriving 5 or 10 minutes late occasionally with a good excuse is usually within the realm of the acceptable. Business communication is quite direct in Canada. Before conducting businesses, they introduce oneself and clear the reasons for being there and aims, either in the meeting or before discussing the project at hand. This does not have to take a lot of time, and businesses matters usually follow quick after such introductions. Nevertheless, some degrees of superficial chat is common and can help break the ice. Appraise the nature of ethics, values, and law. In Canada, academic and professional skills give some indication of background, but experience is also highly valued, and ultimately, you will be judged by your performance and ability to get a job done. Age and social status connections are not typically given a lot of weight. However, their importance should not be underestimated. It is important to show confidence as well as humility and good listening skills. Canadians tend to appreciate approachability and problem-solving ability over authoritarian style of management. Gifts are given to celebrate finalizing a negotiation, a contract, or a project. Gifts for the office should be a nice bottle of wine or liquor would be appreciated. Taking a business associate to a nice meal or even sport event, play, or symphony is always a nice gesture. Although business culture can vary regions in Canada, the ethos of business dealing tend to fairly reciprocal. Punctuality is important, and in any issue that may arise should be discussed immediately with your business counterpart. It is essential to know the company with whom you are doing business and to understand their underlying ethos. Dress codes may vary throughout regions, with some being less formal than the others. The common international stereotypes that Canada are excessively or even absurdly polite is well known, and even if not entirely warranted, still affects the way Canadians deal with one another. At best, it can be a sort of a positive feedback loop.